All right, good morning, my wonderful people of Calvary Baptist Church. Yes, so it's a pleasure for me to be doing this, and I know it's my first time of doing this at home, so it's a very great pleasure for me. My name is Afroda Samuel. Yes, many of you know me as a Kayode Adeniyi. It's still the same person. Kayode Adeniyi is a lawyer, Afroda Samuel is a broadcaster. Two different people now. Okay, my name is Kayode Adeniyi, but better still, I'm known as Afroda Samuel. Yes, Kayode Adeniyi, like I said, is a lawyer. Afroda Samuel is somebody entirely different, but all in the same person. Yes, we're talking about social media and search engines and how they've helped so far. To God be the glory. Like I said, you all know, many of us know a bit of my story. I was trained, yes, trained as a lawyer, and but I am not practicing law. Yes, that's just the truth. I'm not practicing law 247. I'm in the media now. That is where I am making my living, and that is where I'm enjoying myself, because that is what I love to do. Not that I don't like law, don't get it twisted. Not that somebody pushed me into law. It was me. I did say me saw law, and I was interested in studying law. But while waiting for the admission back there in Kwara State, I listened to radio so well. I was always listening to OSBC 104.5. I could tell you all their programs from beginning till the end on my head. I fell in love with the media, but that was not strong enough for me to think I want to jettison my law practice. So when I got into UI, my 100 level, I just had a taste of what law could be like. It was boring for me and I couldn't. Yes, I'm a very gentle person, still very gentle, but law was too boring for me. It was not like what I saw in the movies that prompted me to say I wanted to study law. So at before my end of my 100 level, I lost interest completely in law. So since then, I've been thinking of what can I do? What can I do? How can I be of help to myself? What can I do to make this happen? And like I said, I've fallen in love with the media. I wanted to be on radio at all because when I got to Ibadan, I wrote many proposals to many stations, trying to see the possibility of me getting on the radio. But I had no experience, I had no cash. Is it that you pay? That's when you have the money or you have the experience, the connection. I knew nobody in Ibadan, so nobody could give me that. So the cocoa of the matter is I sha got there and I was planning, I was thinking, I was reasoning, I keep listening to radio, and then I became a fan of social media. Along the line I became a fan of social media, and social media turned my story around. Yes, there was a particular time in my life that anytime I wake up, the first thing I do after praying, of course I still pray, after doing all that, the first thing I do is to go on Linda Ikeji blog. I will go there and I read everything that is happening in Nigeria. Like I said, I became a fan of the media. It was traditional media before, TV and radio, but as a student, I had no TV in my 100 level, 200 levels. So there was nothing I could do to keep up with the news. So I had to rely on what I can get on the social media. So through the social media, I was inspired. Especially when I started reading of the strides and what is happening with bloggers, I was like, okay, I can do this thing. But one problem I had then was I want to do it differently. What do I mean differently? I don't want to do what every other person is doing. I could easily blog, and know many bloggers they do copy and paste. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be known as an authority in a new field. I love to be a pioneer. That's one of my greatest dreams. I want to pioneer something that will create jobs for thousands of people, and I've been working towards it. So I started, okay, I love Pigeon English. Meanwhile, while I was trying to be on radio, I started stand-up comedy and MCing, which is what I still do. MCing, no, I've retired. I am retired now from stand-up comedy. I'm no longer a stand-up comedian, but I still anchor events, I MC events, and I'm making a cool living with that. But the cocoa of the matter is this: social media inspired me. I got so many information about what I could be through social media. And when I now made up my mind, okay, I've been doing pigeon presentation, I've been doing stand-up comedy, and as a stand-up comedian, the lingua franca, the language of communication is pigeon English. So I've been communicating basically in pigeon English. So I thought I could do something with pigeon English. So I started blogging in pigeon English. Now, what is a blog? I don't know. What does it entail to have a blog? And then I did not know back then. So how do I come about it? Do I have to pay someone to do it for me? No, I didn't pay anybody a dime. I studied, I was reading about blogs online, I googled blogs, and I designed my own blog myself. Yes, it's still there, it's still somewhere online there, although I've stopped using that blog now and we've moved to then I started it as the People's News. You can check it. peoplesnews.blogspot.com, you see it. The peoplesnews.blogspot.com, it should still be there. It should still be there. That was where I started with. And at the point I had to leave my media because when I was in 300 level, I started doing some comedy programs on some stations. But I moved from there and I moved to radio, UI radio. I was anchoring program on UI radio. When I had to go to law school, I had to stop. So when I came back and I was trying to get another job on media, it was my blog that was my reference. That I have been doing something on blog as a pigeon blog. And when they needed a pigeon presenter, someone that could translate, I don't have to stress myself. I just give them my link. Go and check my blog. You can see what I've done there. And that was how I got my first job, my first paying job on radio. All those ones I did while I was an undergraduate, they were more or less like how I could volunteer. And when you volunteer, they don't pay you. When I worked with Diamond FM from 2009 to 2011, for 2 years, I was paid how much? 8,000. But like I said, I was not doing it for the money. I was doing it for the passion I had for radio. And but I got my first paying job on radio through my blog. How do I create the blog? I just googled it. I picked my system. What do I need to do? How do I go about it? It took me days. It took me weeks to create the blog. Yes, but I did the blog, and the blog that I did by myself for myself was able to get me my first paying job, even after my law school. I made up my mind I wasn't going to practice law, so that was not even the bone of contention. It meant I finished my service, which I did in a law firm. Immediately I finished my service, I went straight to my passion, which is media, and I've been doing that. So I've been doing that so social media and search engines. Like I said, I don't know. I never knew anything about designing a blog, but I did it all by myself through the help of the social media. So you too, you can create a job for yourself. For some of you, you like sports, you like to analyze sport. When you sit down with whether they watch ball like this for viewing center, you dey finish them. Yes, in 1975 it was Cristiano Ronaldo, it was Abedi Pele that scored the winning goal. All those your experiences, all those your knowledge, you can actually put it into something that will fetch you good money when you can. And how do you do that? Blog it. Have a blog. Nobody, all you need is internet access, and data is as cheap as anything now. Get things that you have a smartphone. Even up till now, majority of my work is done through my phone. So you have a tab, you have a smartphone, you can easily design your blog for yourself by yourself and put your knowledge that is within you, you have it now, put it into use. And ladies and gentlemen, trust me, there is no limit to what you can make, to the fortune you can make for yourself. Let me tell you one thing. Do you know that Linda Ikeji is a blogger? She bought herself a house of almost 600 million naira. That's more than $500 million in Banana Island through blogging. She's a lady. She's using as Range Rover. I don't forget the latest thing now, but it's estimated to cost about 90 million naira or thereabouts. That's what she's using. She's a blogger. Yes. So if she can make that much, why not me? Why not you? I never made that kind of money, but I believe she didn't start it overnight. She started as maybe probably in 2000 and a long time ago. But I started mine just around 2012, 2013, and I was able to get my first job through it. Even after that, that's got my second job where I am right now. It was one of my references still when I was trying to get the job. I run this blog. We run it in Pidgin. That's my sphere of I have an authority there, and I was able to show an evidence that yes, I've been an authority. You are an authority in one field. Through social media, you can get to develop your authority, know how you can make your authority, you can package it, and through search engines you can give yourself raise a platform for yourself. If I've been thinking I want to get on radio before I started speaking pidgin English, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be anywhere today. But I created a platform for myself, and the platform sold me to other platforms where I've been thinking of getting desired result. So with search engines and with social media, there is no limit to who you can be and what you can achieve for yourself by yourself. All you need is the idea, and all you need is data on your phone. Sit down, know what you want. After, you must have researched it online through search engines and everything. Then raise the platform and then rule your world. It's as simple as that. Thank you.